Welcome one, welcome all to KCDC East versus West. This is the last month that we will have to say that, as it is officially the first week of June. KC, what a freaking week, dude. The hills of Los Angeles are burning.
Dude, everything's burning. It's
burning.
It's quite the time. And I think the biggest news is that I live alone now. I no longer have a four-legged friend in the house. That's been the biggest thing that's happened here.
Cheers, buddy.
Aside from embarrassing myself and shaving, which I thought I couldn't look worse than the what you dubbed it, the reverse Hitler.
How do you look worse?
To quote Seth Rogen in Zach and Miri Make a Porno, I look like a beluga whale, I think. I just look just like a fat child again now. Like, it's really, it didn't really settle in until I turned on the Zoom call. I was like, oh, shit.
But you don't look like a child rapist anymore.
Now I'm the victim.
Now you're the victim.
Good.
Oh my God. Dude.
Everybody's a victim, so that works out.
So, first order of business, the fascists at YouTube took down our bonus episode video immediately, and this time they didn't leave it for review for me to respond. Yeah, I couldn't appeal it at all. I went to go appeal it, and it's like, something went wrong. And I was like, well, what the hell? So I go to YouTube Studio, and I'm like, pull up all my videos. It's just 86th. It's just fucking gone. I was like, okay. I don't actually blame them for this one. That was horrendous what we put in that video. Not only the food item, the only thing I'm mad about is the food item that you ate, and also your Psy song, the Gangnam Style.
Yeah, the food item, just the dried out fish, real just small gross fish. It's disgusting. The Gangnam Style, that was what it was. Not great.
But that one's going up for the patrons and eventually will be free anyway. But to the people who are listening now for free, just as the podcast, and the viewers, if you would like the bonus episode, I think I'm going to share the Google Drive link with anybody who wants to see it, because it was a good episode. It was funny. It was short. And, we'll give limited access through the month of June for anybody that requests it. If you would like to view that, just go ahead and shoot us a tweet. For the time being, it is at the Gentleman DC. I don't even know what the other one is, because Two Goddamn Gentlemen was too long to try to claim. So I think I went with Two GD Gentlemen, I think that works.
Is Goddamn Gentleman available? Is that too long? That's probably too long too.
It has to be 15 characters. So Goddamn Gentleman might be a little too long.
That's 7 and 7, I think. Or, I don't know.
Yeah. But when I went to Gmail
create,
so I was so upset by YouTube taking this down that I was like, fuck YouTube. All right, Patreon has a partnership with Vimeo, so I'll just go to Vimeo, create an account, and then we'll just put all our shit there. Great. No more YouTube. Go fuck yourselves. Vimeo, the free account, you can only upload like 300 megabytes a week or something like that. I'm like, this video is already bigger than that. It's like 2 gigs.
Yeah.
This is no good for us. So the pro version of that I don't think is worth buying. And Trump just laid down the internet hammer on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and whatever. The big social media platforms.
Yeah, Instagram falls under the Facebook umbrella anyway, so.
Exactly. With 230, the whatever it is, it's Initiative 230, where internet properties cannot be sued for their monitoring. So if YouTube censors you, if Facebook censors you, if Twitter censors you, any of those companies, and you feel that it's wrong, they have their own ways of dealing with it. You can appeal it. You can do all that, but you cannot sue them. So Alex Jones, who was making tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars through his YouTube streaming. Just overnight, gone. Just at the whim of the YouTube Gestapo for their own reasons, claiming probably that he violated the community guidelines because everything falls under that umbrella. And he has no legal recourse. They're immune from lawsuits. And Trump said, oh, yeah, Twitter, you want to get rid of my tweet just because I said something as funny as once the looting starts, the shooting starts? I don't know if it was because of that or if because he started it with those thugs, you know, and he capitalized thugs. So I don't know. I certainly am not above something that funny, leaving my Twitter handle. But when you're the president of the United States, maybe have a little bit more tact than that. He does like to rhyme shit. And that's his problem, you know, and nothing. What are you going to say? Once the looting starts, the tooting starts. Like, there's nothing that rhymes with looting that's as funny. So give the guy a break, you know. You have to rhyme your slogans because people will think it's true. It's a psychological flaw in human beings. The more your slogan rhymes, the more people instinctively think that it's just true.
You know what? You're probably not wrong about that, which does not speak highly of us as a race and a people. Not right. Everything's race now. What am I thinking of? Humans is a thing, a species.
Yeah, as a species.
We're pretty simple.
As a virus. Human beings are a virus. We are very contagious, and I've got 3 more where I came from.
Yeah, I'm doing my part there.
I'm not so anyway, YouTube axed our video, so I'm very bummed about that. But maybe we do a bonus episode this week and start doing them on the odd weeks or something like that. Or maybe just start doing one every week. Get into the swing of things. Why the fuck not, right? And we'll just have to be more careful about the videos we choose to commentate on. I think we take World Star out of it entirely because especially right now anyway. we're gonna say something that we regret. Someone's gonna come burn my house down. We
were texting after that because the fight compilation stuff, it's like 4 out of every 5 is some dude talking shit and just getting rocked and us laughing our asses off at it. Mm-hmm. Somebody not talking that much shit and then getting knocked out and then like kicked in the head when they're on the ground. And you and I were texting after. We're like, yeah, I think we gotta, because we like picking the winners, but we gotta screen these a little bit because. And I think you're right. I think the play is just. I think that's the end of those.
And I think every single time we do that segment with a World Star hip hop fight compilation, we're furthering the stigma of what all this is. It's trying to fight against. So
you're probably not wrong about that either.
Oh boy. So anyway, that's first order of business. Second order of business. I think I know what I'm gonna get you for your food item, but it was just a little bit delayed, so I'm gonna purchase it tonight in the hopes that it gets there by next Sunday. Third item of business is your song, but we'll get to that once we get to the listener responses because I left it up to the people. I'm a man of the people. Fourth item of business. Before we get going here, I've got a new whiskey to review.
That looks high class as fuck.
Loch Lomond Distillery. It is a single malt Scotch whiskey, 12-year. Included in this special limited edition gift pack is Inchmoen and Inchmurren, whatever that is, Scotch, single malt Scotch, 12-year, and also a single malt Scotch. Single malt Scotch.
Has not opened it yet, ladies and gentlemen.
I have not opened it yet. I have not been day drinking either. But they're in these little,
That's cool that they give you the samples of something else.
I like that. Great. So I am going to be starting. Ooh, actually, hold on. I'm going to start with the Inchmoen because on the inside of this is actually kind of like a Scotch for dummies. Tells you what it's going to be. So I am going to start with the Inchmurren. This one is a let's see. It's got distinctive fruity notes of pear.
So does this podcast.
Yeah, and toffee sweetness, which I don't know how that's supposed to taste, but pour just a little bit. And I'm kind of proud of myself that I knew the basics of Scotch reviewing and testing, because there's 3 separate descriptions of each of these Scotches. There's the nose, the taste, and the finish. So it should have a certain
lots of
smell.
things go in that order. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So first you do a sniff test, then a taste test, and then if all goes well, you finish.
Yeah.
Either of those first 2 steps go wrong, there's no step 3. There's wait 24 hours or to a shower and try again.
Yeah, right. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get the camera to stop focusing on my
microphone. It's really actually hilarious because your microphone looks amazing and you're slightly blurry.
Yeah, well, the longer this goes, the more that might be a good idea. Here we go.
Down the hatch he goes. You don't have the same look you had when you tried the swill from 2-3 weeks ago that made you cough up blood.
That's a harsh finish. Very harsh finish. More so than the Glenfiddich. But it's nice. It's smoky. It's harsh, and then it leaves immediately. It doesn't hang with you past the burn.
Was that one of the shooters? That wasn't the official whiskey of the podcast?
This was the Ink Murrin. Now, that's my description. Listen to what this is supposed to taste like if you're a true gentleman. And I'm trying to get there.
This is like a whole box set that this came in. That's lovely.
Yeah, dude, look at this. Is crazy. So the little ones were tucked up in here to the side. The big one's still in there. And then this inside package here, these are the 3. Here's the nose.
Okay.
The taste, and then the finish.
Legit 9 descriptions for 3 whiskeys in there.
It's fucking crazy. So if I were a true gentleman, this is how I would have described what I just tasted. At the beginning in the nose, it is a distinctively fruity with pear drops and toffee sweetness, light notes of freshly cut hay in summer sun.
Okay.
The taste has a Seville orange, or Seville, I don't know. That's a word I'm not familiar with. A Seville orange citrus notes build in intensity before mellowing into softer fruits of peach and apricot. No, I didn't get that at all. The fruit character gives way to creamy fudge and vanilla. What the fuck kind of...
I'm a 4-year-old.
Perfect noses and tongues these people have.
The fruit gives way for creamy fudge. That's usual.
That's usual. And vanilla, I did not get either of those. But I've got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. And the finish, a medium length with a peppery finish. So that must have been the kick, the spicy. Now that I think about it, it was kind of like a harsh, spicy, peppery finish. So very enjoyable. I would rank that on the Lauder scale a 9. I would give that a 9. I still like Glenfiddich the best.
I'm interested. You got 2 more to go. I am not quite as high class tonight.
What are you drinking?
Tito's? I got a work meeting tomorrow, so I think it's 1 or 2 tonight. But I was yawning 2 hours ago, so I went to the gas station, got a Red Bull.
There you go.
Little Tito's and Red Bull to start the podcast.
Nice. I've got the old go-to just in case.
DC always has a monster with him. It's
I just pull it out of my butthole. It's like monster.
Tie a string to the end of
it. I tie my dick around it and I shove it up my ass. It works out real great.
Lovely.
Fifth order of business before I forget. Everybody go to Twitter and search #agentlemanalways. Add your own.
Yep.
Maybe start the hashtag #agentlemannever because we are going to get both of those in use in high volume because it's underutilized. People are idiots online. I don't know what it is.
I did a sweeping purge last night of Twitter.
Did you?
Did the switch at The Gentleman, KC.
Nice.
Yep. That's official. And originally my thought was like, I don't use Twitter the right way. I just write shit when I'm like watching a NASCAR race. I just be like, oh wow.
Like a sentence with no
like I just don't do it right. I've never done it right. So my thought was like, all right, it's always horrible when you have thousands of tweets and no followers, right? It just doesn't look good. It's a bad look. So my thought was like, all right, for the Gentleman thing, I'll just start a new Twitter account. The KCDC one lasted 3 years, whatever. That was fun.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And then I was like, is it possible to sweep just mass tweets aside? So I found some website, which could poison a computer, I suppose. Who knows? But logged in through my Twitter and just did a just giant purge of the past tweets. I unfollowed almost everything.
That's good.
Because like a lot of it
that'll restart the algorithm for you as soon as you start following everybody again. Yeah.
So I unfollowed like stuff and I re-followed everything on my personal Twitter account. The old Shut Up Calhoun Twitter account is now where I'm just going to read Twitter for like my shit. And I'm going to actually try to be a gentleman on the other Twitter account and not just post random playing drunk Mario Party tonight. I'm angry.
Word.
Like try to.
I'm gonna have to follow suit there. I still have not done anything by way of Rap God, and I may just have to take the mulligan by way of your rap song.
Yeah, that would be that'd be okay. I couldn't find my version. I must have deleted it.
I'll make a jib jab of myself with the real song of me just like Terrence and Phillip style, like meh, 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 meh.
What did you give me a rap song already?
No, it never happened.
You showed me a Tech 9 one. So you owe me one song or two? Right.
I owe you one song.
Just the one song you're going to give me tonight.
Just the one song, because you're so quick with it, dude. Every song I gave you, you're just like bam, bam, bam. I gave you Gangnam Style, you got it off right away. Then I gave you Blue, you got that out right away. And this is my third in my string of 3 victories in a row that we will determine in the listener responses.
Yeah, I have a proposal. Keep working on Rap God. But if I put out Rap God before you, I'll re-record it. I'll do it again. It'll take me hours to do it, but I will do it.
Okay.
If I beat you to it, I get to give you a song without having one a week.
Deal.
And I'll replace Rap God with something easier. So I'll give 2 songs for you.
Okay, deal.
So you'll still owe me the Rap God song itself, but not that song. If I beat you to it. And I will tell you, I'm not going to do it tomorrow on Monday. I might do it Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll give you.
Well, I start the new job tomorrow morning.
Ooh, in person?
So, in person, dude.
Wow.
In person. So I'll be going to meet the sales team. They'll brief me on their industry because I know nothing about mass printing or corporate printing solutions or any of that. So I'm going to be basically training to be Jim Halpert.
Well, you got the looks into the camera down. You're good there. And the boyish charm.
Yeah. And the hot wife.
True.
Boom. Yeah.
You know what? You're doing better than Jim Halpert in that category.
Yeah, I do need. Well, who's Jim Halpert's best friend?
I don't know. Was he on the show? Did he have a best friend on the show?
Can't remember.
It was Dwight by the end, but like.
Oh man, you can't be Dwight. Got to do something.
But it's pretty close. But it's pretty close, and I have dated a tight ass cunt that was blonde. So.
And you would murder a cat.
Oh man, dude! I have the studio door open.
Mm-hmm.
I have the AC in my bedroom cranking right now with a fan on me, cooling this room. Like you and I sat in this room torched for 3 straight years.
Oh yeah, just to keep that motherfucker out of the room.
Yeah, just to keep him away because he walks through and knocks things over. So until I move out of this apartment, no more cat interrupting recordings. If I move somewhere that he can move in with, he'll be back in the way in a year or 2. But
yeah.
for now, freedom.
Bring it down south, buddy. Bring it down south.
I'm trying, man. I am fucking trying. I would like to go down south desperately.
Man.
It's so much nicer down there.
So if the Penguins, when the Penguins play their first series, they'll be the 5 seed against the Rangers. Is that right?
Oh boy,
that could
did
be
I
very
not look once.
that could be that could be very interesting, as Finn's fan is a Rangers fan and he loves to make stupid bets and he'll lose that bet. The Penguins will beat them in 3 straight.
First off, I would make that bet with him in a heartbeat. Yeah. And second off, I got to be honest. The last couple of years has kind of turned it to not. I'm kind of out. I got a new Eastern team I have to root for, right? Like
that's true, and they're going to be significantly lower. Well, maybe not significantly lower seeded, but they'll have I think more of a following.
Yeah.
Than
that makes sense.
Than they have in a long time. They have not been good in a long time, and they're exciting. Like, they're a fun team. Management is good, and they're going in a good direction.
I would agree with every word of that and promote it.
Absolutely. 6th item of business. No, I'm not going to list all the.
Can we do that for the rest? 14th item of business.
14th item of business. Would you rather?
15th item of business. We'll see you.
16th item later. I slayed the hill, dude.
Yeah, you gave me a brief recap via text because I'm not making picks, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You shot out at 91?
Dude, I thought I shot a 91, but my dad misscored it. I actually shot a fucking 89.
Holy shit.
I shot a 45 on the front 9 and a 44 on the back. It was fucking insane. I couldn't miss with my putter. And it's sad how much that affects your game when you're hitting all your putts. Like, how many putts Jesus did you Christ. Hit? On the whole day, I probably hit
under like 27. You're on, because that's a putt and a half a hole. Like that's what you're looking for.
I was definitely under a putt.
I assume you were if you were on, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the number in my head always. Like, if I'm under 27 putts, I'm putting well. If I'm over that, it's not good.
Yeah, I think I ended up around 24, 25 putts.
That's beauty.
It was an unbelievable day. The weather was perfect. It didn't get windy at all. So everything that I hit was my fault or my glory. It was great. And my dad had an okay day. He stayed under 100, but barely. I think he shot a 98. And so the last 2 rounds of golf I've hit against my dad, I've beat him by 8 or more strokes.
Jesus. Yeah, I cannot say that.
He's been having a rough time with his short game. So anyway, I won't bore the people with much more.
You playing well has to bother it too, because he's got to be chasing.
Yeah, because he's whooped me at golf my whole life until the last 2 years. All the other sports, basketball, I passed him up in high school. Running, I could probably outrun him by the time I was 13. Tennis, he was really, really good at, and I didn't beat him for the first time until I actually took tennis super seriously my senior year of high school, and I think I beat him once. So he still was whooping my ass at sports consistently, but golf was the one thing. Golf was the thing, and ping pong. But I mean, come on, you don't need to be that athletic to win at ping pong, and he's so good at ping pong.
I proved that at 300 something pounds. I was great at ping pong. Not have to be that athletic to be good at ping pong.
So I think there's equal parts anger at his own inability to beat me, but also pride that he's not beating me at my regular, like, he's not slumped below me. Like, I'm playing really well the last couple years, and I think he's excited when I get up on the tee box and I'm out driving him, my fucking beefed up brother-in-law, and the last couple guys that we played with that came out with like their tailor-made burners and like their nice clubs and shit. And I've just got these.
Johnny O, you mean?
Oh yeah, Johnny O. That must kill Johnny O, that I just have so much more power than him off the tee box. He consistently picks against you for some reason in the golf picks. Like he gives you no credit when he's picking. He's like, oh yeah, he did worse. Oh, he did worse. He never beats his dad. He did shit. And for me, for some reason, and I wouldn't think he would do this, he gives me all the credit in the world, except beating my dad. He's like, nah, his dad's still gonna beat him. Like, God damn it, Johnny O. Happy anniversary, by the way, buddy. Or your wife's birthday. I can't remember. It's one of the two.
Some nice thing on Facebook.
Some nice thing that you sucked up and made the rest of us husbands look bad about. Good job. Anyway.
DC, a segment that we so kindly borrowed from WATP. We were doing Cringe of the Week for a while there.
Yeah, we were.
I have one for you.
Yes. All right.
Speaking of Facebook, point of order number 8, Cringe of the Week. Here we have a white male posting on Facebook.
The devil, you mean?
The devil.
The devil incarnate.
His profile picture is a peach.
Okay. So he's all about that ass.
All caps to start. I will be closing my Facebook account permanently in 1 week.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Never to be on Facebook ever again.
Ever.
If you are someone I care about who only knows me through Facebook, do you have anybody like that, DC?
Someone I actually care about that only knows me through Facebook?
That you only know through Facebook?
No.
No, me neither. No one does.
No.
No one's ever met someone.
There's a few like sports group. There's a few like Ute fans that I only know through Facebook because we're in the same Pac-12 shit talk group. But I don't care about them.
No.
Like, they could die tomorrow in a riot and I would not care.
If you're someone I care about who only knows me through Facebook, I don't want to lose touch with you. Please keep reading. So he's assuming people that really care about him might actually just quit right there. Like, oh, he's deleting Facebook. There's 2 more paragraphs, but I think that's enough.
Yeah.
I've gotten all I needed out of this. I cut back my Facebook usage 2 years ago. I found the platform and the feed in particular made me deeply unhappy.
Okay.
It exploits addictive behavior with very little payoff. Removing it from my life has freed up time and made me happier.
Okay.
I kept my account open because some people who I care about only know me through this platform, and they occasionally message me. But in recent weeks, it has become unavoidable that Facebook is a tool of oppression, actively subverting our democracy and making the world a worse place. It is time for me to cut all ties.
What a fucking freshman. He didn't know all that already?
Yes,
just
exactly.
Grow up, dude. We know that.
Facebook has been A/B
testing. Yeah, Facebook has been A/B testing its own fucking ads to different people based on how upset it makes them. We know all this, dude. And by the way, he sounds like somebody who has more people that only know him through Facebook than know him in real life. Because he probably just sits on his couch talking about the addiction that he has to his fucking Facebook feed.
And
grow up.
And in the next, the second sentence after this one, he proves exactly what you're talking about, because we know exactly who he is. Because all of his friends on Facebook react to, if you're a professional contact, find my LinkedIn right here. Mm-hmm. I am also active on Twitter, where I talk mostly about a mix of engineering and activism.
Okay. It's like a mix of autism and rescue dogging.
I was going to say autism and autism, actually. It fits both.
It's ridiculous, dude.
And that's who his Facebook friends are. It's him white knighting around Facebook and people commenting, right? These are his people. They care deeply for him, and he cares deeply for them. So if you want to avoid social media entirely and would like to email, call, text, and he's writing this on Facebook. So if you're also deleting all of your social media forever, or write letters but do not have my contact information, capital letters, send me a personal message in the next week.
Oh, dude, does he give his personal info?
No.
Damn it. I want to send that guy a letter. I wish he had his address. I want to send him a letter. I care about this man. all of a sudden.
Well, he cares about you because he finishes with, I am happy to share that information with my friends. Take care, all. I hope to see you again somewhere else.
Jesus Christ, dude. Sounds like a fucking suicide letter.
So there's that guy. That made me cringe pretty hard.
Yeah, that's awful.
It's pretty bad.
Ugh.
Pretty bad.
Douche chills.
Yep. He's
man.
married to the sibling of someone we've made fun of a lot on this podcast, all subliminally, and I can't give any more information than that.
Perfect.
Aside from they were at my high school reunion.
I really, really want to send this person an email or a letter. Anonymously, of course. I don't want to out anybody who might have gone to high school with brothers of said friends, but I have like a whole bunch of engineering questions that I need him to answer immediately. And social issues as well.
Yeah, the amount of just garbage on the internet, it grows by the day and exponentially.
Dude, I can't go on, like it's ruined everything for me. It's ruined, well, Facebook was already ruined, but I went to Facebook hoping to find at least like funny shit, but nothing's funny. Everybody has the exact same terrible take. On one side, it's like, well, obviously they're looting and stealing because no one listens to them. Like, what the fuck you need Legos from Target for? For George Floyd? How does that help him? Did you see that like 300-pound white lady like waddling out of Target with like 3 lamps? And she's like, meh, 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 meh. Like, what do you need that to? How does that further social justice? How? If you really cared about that shit, you would just burn down a police station because they're the ones you're mad at, right? You would just go and burn down the town hall because they're the ones you're mad at, right? You're not mad at fucking insured Target. You just wanted shit and couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that stuff, I have such a hard time with it because on one hand, you can't say how ridiculous it is blanket statement if you're us. We're not allowed. We can say it, but it doesn't count. It just doesn't count because we don't know how anyone else feels, which is true.
That's true. And but I do know how I feel as a rational, I tend to think, human being. And when I'm thinking of the logic of their actions, I'm thinking, okay, let's grant that there is institutionalized racism. Let's grant that. Let's concede it entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we as a nation of people of color need to change the perception of us as these low-life criminals undeserving of respect and the benefit of the doubt. How do we get that across? How do we change that perception? I know.
I know, dude,
like,
it's so obvious.
That's the thing that kills me. It's just like, as a rational guy, if I were black, I hope that my thinking would be more along the lines of Martin Luther King, who they are all touting as their champion, who would never condone this, and less like Malcolm X, who also was at the same time juxtaposed with Martin Luther King, who decided to march on the Capitol and shut everything down with 1 million people marching to stand out there peacefully, to do sit-ins, to do hunger strikes, to do things that do not harm innocent people, which is the exact thing that they are. It's just the hypocrisy of it drives me nuts, to the point where the only way I can think that this is a smart idea is if it is the right whatever, if it's all these white racists false flagging, paying black people to go in and wreck shit to make them look worse, because it does not do anything to help their side. It just vindicates the racists that they hate. It gives them the thing to point at and say, see, I told you all black people are fucking criminals. See, like, they're not. So this is a black eye on that whole movement. And the whole thing just makes me sick when people just excuse it as, well, you know, nobody listened to them before. Like, what? Anyway.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. And that the thing you mentioned, the other side of it that drives me insane is, like, first off, the case at hand here, dude is in custody and gets knelt on until he suffocated and died. That's murder. Mm-hmm. And it would probably not have happened to you or me. So that's A. And then B is, we're going to just burn Target. Okay? But then at C, you have exactly the person you were just mocking, which is, see, told you, that's what they do. And it's like, no. A still happened.
Yeah.
A is still a real thing. And
right.
99% of that population is only talking about A and walking around not doing B.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so overt. And as much as the right hates the news, it's all fake news, it's all this, it's all that, they do exactly what they do to the left as well with this stuff. It's all sensationalized. It's all blown to the highest proportion it can possibly be.
Yep.
To the point where, and it all feeds itself too. Did you see the CNN reporter getting arrested?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Fantastic.
I loved it too, but I loved the coverage of it more. And like the Twitter reaction, which was all reporters, like, be it news or politics or sports, which is mostly what I follow. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, what poison class, a beautiful moment. Impossible to think that this. And meanwhile, it's like, yeah, they probably were not supposed to be. They're up against the fucking police line. Right. Like their cameras here against the police line. It's like, I don't think they were supposed to be there anymore. And they probably were in the way. And they were probably arrested legally and clearly were detained and released. Mm-hmm. Probably on site, because they were back on site shortly.
The guy in Salt Lake City that had a bow and arrow that was shooting a bow and arrow into the crowd was arrested and released. He was later to be charged.
Released? Oh, okay.
Yeah, later to be charged.
Sure.
They can't, because of all the COVID-19 shit, they can't take anybody that's not a murderer into custody because they're not doing bail hearings. There's no bail set hearings.
That fucking video was wild.
Yeah.
That fucking bow and arrow.
Dude probably lost his bait and tackle shop. You know? He probably lost his Boy Scouts of America bait and tackle shop, and he was out for justice. And he probably shot a white person, because let's be honest, it's Salt Lake City. He probably shot a white idiot with dreadlocks who was stealing the Red Bulls out of his little mini fridge in the front of his fucking shop, because that's what they're actually dealing with. And the dude was like running out of the shop with an armful of Red Bulls. This is for George. This is for my brother George. Dude, you don't know any black people. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, is there anything going on down by you, protest-wise, stuff like that?
The building next to my dad's office got fucked up, but I think for the most part, it's just people taking advantage of the nearest brick. You know, Florida's kind of like, yeah, this is, you know, it's whatever.
It's the Wild Florida. West down there. It's just do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Ron White had a great joke about that, where when he got arrested for having weed in his plane, he's like, "Yeah, you drove by 4 meth labs and 14 hookers to come get here. What are you talking about? Like,
right?
Arrest me for weed? What's happening?"
Yeah, so I think more of the issue is in Miami and Jacksonville. It's pretty shitty area too.
Yeah,
Orlando for the most part.
Jacksonville pretty shitty without all this.
Yeah, and Miami.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything here. I guess they shut down a couple of highways. People, like protesters, walked across the highway, which
they're not hard to block anyway.
That part I never get that part. What is? What? What's the point of that?
If you and I know that the charges wouldn't stand for wrongful imprisonment because you have to have only one exit and be blocking that. So like if you stuck someone in your car and locked all the doors or something, then that's wrongful imprisonment. But if you just stand in front of their car and block their car from moving, it's not false imprisonment because you could just get out of your car and walk away. So the charges wouldn't stand. But the idea is the same, that you are taking somebody and forcing them not to be able to go where they are wanting to go, that otherwise they would be able to. It's not like, somebody caused an accident and then they're held liable for that. But if you stop me and 400 other cars, right? Let's say you were able to block off Route 9.
Sure.
You stop me and 400 other cars for 5 hours. I want you in jail for 2,000 hours.
Sure. I like it. I'm a fan of that. I like to imagine, like we've seen all these videos in the last 2 months of people looking out their window and applauding as like nurses leave their houses to go to hospital.
I hope they fall out the window every time. Fucking idiots.
But now I want to see like 60 nurses get in their cars and drive like 8 feet into a protest, and now they can't go anywhere.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden, we're blocking traffic when the only people supposed to be in traffic are what?
Essentials.
That's right.
And we're also throwing bricks shoulder to shoulder while we're supposed to be 6 feet. Those same people, for the most part, I would say if you drew a Venn diagram of people who yelled "Stay home, you idiots" at the Michigan protesters, who they're also false equivalents, doing the false equivalency, like, oh, how come you guys weren't mad about the Michigan protesters with guns, but you're mad about people blowing up a Target and lighting a police station on fire? It's the same thing. Like it's not the same thing. Those people in Michigan had legal weapons that they could carry around. That was not against the law. And when they went to the state capitol or wherever the hell they were protesting at, they all stood in single file line and got their temperatures taken to make sure that they didn't have a fever so that they could enter. Does that sound like fucking unruly, unpeaceful behavior to me? It sounds like very peaceful protest to me, and the gun is ensuring the peace. That's the thing that they don't understand. And this whole idea of, well, look at the police. They're just letting all these things happen because they're pussies. They don't really want to do anything dangerous. They just want to go in when everything is nice and easy and break up these little gatherings of 5 to 10 people. But when the shit hits the fan, they don't want to protect us. And that's why are we paying them? Why are we even paying the police? First of all, police are fucking notaries who are citing your illegal behavior for the use in court later on or an insurance claim. That's their job. They carry a weapon because people don't like the fact that they notarize and cite all of these illegal activities. And so they have to protect themselves as citizens on the job. That's why they have the weapons.
I saw a post.
The Second Amendment is what is protecting you, you fucking idiots, not the police.
I saw a post today, and it was on the left, it was like a SWAT guy, right, with all his Batman-looking gear. Mm-hmm. And then on the right, it was like nurses with like garbage bags on. And it was like, if you want to know what's wrong with America, look how we dress our police versus the people saving our lives. And it's like nurses aren't...
The day a nurse saves my life is the day that pigs fucking fly.
That's right. Well, yeah, by the way, I love that too. No love for doctors, really, during the pandemic. Nurses, all the headlines.
Yeah, because doctors are fucking about their jobs. They're not on Twitter doing stupid dances on TikTok. It's the nurses, fucking the Karens and the gay Chads. It's
That was
fucking
redundant.
ridiculous. Yeah. No, Chads are straight.
Oh.
How dare you? As a Chad myself, how dare you? This is the most Chad haircut ever. Business item number 9. I finally got in to get a haircut yesterday. Looking clean.
That is almost exactly the haircut I got last time, and I'm just waiting for them to open up again, and then it's that time. Because after I buzzed it, it looked terrible, but it's starting to grow back now.
Yeah.
I'm just
just
a piece of shit during this whole quarantine. That's all I've been.
I think this this Riot mess is the perfect storm of caging everybody inside their fucking houses for 2-3 months, where all they could do was go on social media and the news. So they had all the eyeballs to be able to be like, why the hell it happened again? Because they didn't get what they wanted out of the Ahmaud Arbery. They tried to push that one, but that kind of backfired because they're like, well, I mean, he was kind of in somebody's house and he ran from the guy that yelled at him. And also he was grabbing at the gun of the guy, and the son of the guy shot him because if he got his hands on that guy got his ass whooped. Arbery whooped his fucking ass before he got shot. And it only took a couple punches. And if he had landed that first one instead of in the top of the head, if he had landed it like square on the jaw and had fucking killed that guy, he'd be in jail for a life sentence for that. So,
and it would be not talked about.
No, because it'd be another day in Georgia. It'd be another fucking day in Georgia. Old man gets knocked out by a 20-year-old black dude. This time, not because of just the game. What'd they call that?
The knockout game.
The knockout game.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
I know. No, I know. Just leave it there. We'll move on.
Just leave it there. It's a perfect storm of shit that I cannot wait for sports to take away. Because then all these rednecks are like, oh, god damn, Alabama's going to be good this year. Fucking love Alabama. See that boy? See that boy in the backfield?
They were racing in Bristol today. It had to be quiet in the South.
Yeah.
They do love their NASCAR. That place fits 160,000 people. If you need to know how much the South loves NASCAR.
Yeah. And you know what? Bubba raced today, so take that. And he got top 10.
Did he really?
He got 10th.
Yeah, the end of that was nutty. Not that anybody gives a shit, but
yeah. If you're in 11th place on that last lap, do you even pass him? Is it even worth it? No, I don't think so. KC, I'm moving on to the Ink Moen.
Okay.
This is the second of the 3. I got a little bit of a taste. I licked the drop off the rim while I was screwing the cap back on. Sure. And boy, does this one hit a little bit harder in the taste category. Let's do the nose. Here we go. I'm gonna give it my review, and then I'll read you a professional bullshitter, because after reading that Inkmeren, there's no fucking way all those things were true about what was in this scotch.
I want you to really clue in. Try to pick up some of the notes that they're going to talk about.
I'm gonna use the deepest of my Jew nose skills right here. Here we go.
Can't believe it fits in the glass.
Oh my god.
Good, bad?
Smells like scotch. I honestly
you had me there. I was like, oh my god, what, DC? Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Here we go.
And down it goes. And the swallow. This one makes DC want to stare at the ceiling.
This one has a little bit longer lasting of a kick in the aftertaste, and it's smokier. I don't catch any notes of any type of fruit or chocolate or vanilla at all.
The description's going to start with a beautiful fruity mixture. No.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I would rank that an 8 as well. I liked it a lot.
What is it actually supposed to be? Let's hear it.
A dry, smoldering peat smoke with vanilla syrup and cracked black pepper. That's supposed to be the smell.
Okay. You said, oh my God, smells like scotch. So that's the same thing.
Yeah. The cracked black pepper might have been like the immediate recoil was the reaction that you would get if you like got pepper in your nose. It's just like it hit kind of hard.
Makes sense.
So that's what that is for future reference. Now I'll know what that means. The taste, sweet medicinal peat. Okay, what is peat? Can you Google that for me while I'm reading this?
P-E, like the name?
P-E-A-T.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Piat. Piat.
I got it. It's a brown deposit resembling soil formed by the partial decomposition of vegetable matter in the wet, acidic conditions of bogs and fens, and often cut and dried for use as fuel and in gardening.
Okay, so tastes like swamp dirt, sweet medicinal swamp dirt, and smoked bacon lead to roasted coffee bean with spice notes of clove and star anise.
Okay, so you were right. Not a lot fruity going on in there.
Warming spiciness combines with green apple and pear as fruit characters develop.
Damn it. You didn't
And the finish. A long, waxy peat with citrus hop note and gooseberry.
I'm surprised you didn't pick the gooseberry out of that.
Yeah, I was right about the long aftertaste though. So that's I was 1 for 10 on that one.
DC point of item number 10 of the show.
Yep.
You want to do some would you rather before we take a break?
Please, let's do. I edged you out by the slightest of margins in the Russia-China debate. I think China really has soiled its reputation. With all this COVID business.
Just don't eat the bats.
Yeah.
Let's see. A couple of people did pick China.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few of them citing your Russian stories as reasoning that they don't want to go.
Yeah.
They're like, we haven't heard any terrible China traveling stories from KC or DC, so that's better than what we've heard.
Dude, the only way I would ever go to China is if I were like super old and ready to just kill myself. I'd just walk off into the jungles of China and never to return.
Yeah, that's fair. And a lot of the other ones were just Russia's awful.
Yeah, Russia's awful. Russia's cold. For the reasons why people wanted to live in Russia instead of China. The women are hotter and they don't have sideways butt cracks. That's not the stereotype.
True.
That's not the stereotype. It's sideways vaginas. But there is an anecdote that I'll share with you. This girl in my high school grade, my high school class. I said grade. That was weird. She was from, I want to say Vietnam, because she was one of the tan, like naturally tan Asians, and she wasn't Filipino, I don't think, because she had a weird name. So when I was a junior in high school, it was the style where, so this would have been your 7th grade?
Okay.
No, your 8th grade. You would have been your 8th grade, where girls were wearing the low-cut pants, where like the thong would kind of hang out of the top.
Whale tailing.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Glorious times. Well, this girl was wearing the low-cut pants, but not so much like the thong didn't ride up. And so she leaned over to ask somebody a question in science class one day, and her pants went down to where you would expect her butt crack to be showing at least like an inch or two, at least. And it was just flat. It was just flat, like no crack, nothing, just completely flat. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just kept looking at it like, what am I looking at? Does this girl not have 2 separate ass cheeks? Does she just have one ass cheek all the way down?
She's got a hole in the middle.
It was weird. It was weird.
Flat surface.
But she's not Chinese, so. Mike Rona, who had kind of an off week this week, said no Rona bats in Russia.
True.
Yeah. Just Rona everything else. Rona dogs, Rona cats. And because China is full of slaves.
Yeah, but you're not one of them.
Yeah. Well, if you go to Russia, you probably aren't going to get taken as a sex slave, whereas in China you might.
China just changed their stance on cooking and eating dogs. It's over. They've deemed them human companions, and they're not eating dogs in China anymore.
That's like something they had to deem.
Dude, they had to figure that out in 2020. They were like, hey, did we ever fix the eating dog thing? Like, no, we never did that. So they did that now.
Yeah, too bad those edicts don't make their way down to rural China, where
no,
they're just out in the rice fields whacking dogs' heads off.
Everybody looks like Raiden from Mortal Kombat, and they all have a dog up in the air like this.
Dude, okay, this was one of the saddest things I ever saw in Russia. I saw a lot of sad shit in Russia, but one time we were walking behind these apartment buildings, and in Russia there's like the government mandated pathways that are just like sidewalks where you would expect them to be. And then everywhere else people want to walk. It's just paths. It's just like trodden down paths that people just, because everybody walks everywhere or rides their bike or whatever, right? Not a lot of people own vehicles in Russia. Public transportation over there is, I don't know how to put it, well organized shit. The vehicles they drive are shitty, but they're always there. They're on time. They're always there, and there are a lot of them. And the routes are well defined. So, we were walking down one of these weird pathways in the middle of the grass, and somebody had trapped a dog by the leg, like a rope around its leg, and had just like cut its head off. And it was just like this dog with no head. And it must have been a stray dog that was giving them trouble or something like that. But they didn't go to the trouble of like disposing of the rest of the dog. We're like, where's the head? Like, what is going on here? It was like a fucking gruesome crime scene. It's like scarred, dude. I was like, ugh, the fuck? Let's get out of here. There's probably a bunch of Russian teenagers.
I'm going to go against my better judgment and ask a follow-up question. Was it like a clean cut or like...
I don't remember.
Like, because like I'm trying to imagine.
I'm gonna say no. Because if it was, I would have remembered. It was probably a hack job. But it was it was a really hairy dog too. So the lines were very undefined.
Less than before.
Yeah. That's for sure. All right. Would you rather time? You are answering first.
Yeah. So we did China, Russia last year, which puts us to. Oh, I literally just had it. How did I lose it? I had the China, Russia one right in the middle of the screen. We did that one. Oh, I'm so mad at myself right now.
Don't worry about it.
There it is. Got it.
70s?
Yeah, got it.
70s now?
Yeah, we are 78. Would you rather live on the beach or in a cabin in the woods? I would rather live in a cabin in the woods than on the beach.
I agree with you. I was hoping you'd say beach.
Would you rather be lost in a bad part of town or the other one? I'm going to go with the forest, which is
I'd rather be lost on the moon.
Would you rather a horrible short-term memory or a horrible long-term memory? I have a horrible long-term memory. It's survivable, so I'm going to stick with having. I would much rather have a horrible long-term memory than short-term.
I'm going to say I would. Well, I need to be smart about the way that I answer these because the people don't agree with me and my jokes. But imagine having a bad short-term memory and how funny that would be for you. Because, I mean, you just don't remember, but it affects everybody else around you so greatly.
Oh, it would be a comedy of errors, but also your life would suck because you couldn't be trusted with anything.
Well, and you're always just being surprised by everything every 2 minutes.
It's like, yeah, that would be, yeah.
When
funny.
did I get so fat? Like you have to like answer that question every 2 minutes.
It's like every 4
shit.
minutes. It's like, I hate glasses. Oh, I need these. Never mind. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll go long term as well.
All right, let's see. Would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Why do they keep putting flying against things?
Yeah, flying is the best.
Flying is the best.
Flying's the best. The invisible one's good, but flying's better. Would you rather never be able to use a touch screen or never be able to use a keyboard and mouse? So I would actually give up the touch screen. I'd much rather have a keyboard and mouse forever.
Now that I have the touch screen, I'm gonna say I would rather give up the keyboard and mouse.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win that one. But my thinking is all work related.
Yeah.
Everything, whether it's podcast or work, it's keyboard and mouse. And it's not. It's got my phone. Fuck my phone. My favorite phone ever was a Nextel 880 with T9 and
where you could just
text
with your eyes closed.
I would love to have that back. If you could give me a fucking old Nextel flip phone that also had like a podcast and Twitter app on it, holy shit, would I be all in right away.
One of my favorite phones ever was a BlackBerry that I had that was like super small, but it had a full keyboard. It was one of the earliest ones with a full keyboard. I was like, fuck yeah, fuck this T9 bullshit. Tapping 3 times for an S every time. Like, no.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, anyway.
Loved it. All right, there you go. Would you rather? We have it officially in.
Boom.
We have listener responses. We've got some, well, we don't really have to do leaderboards because it's week 1. We'll make the graphic.
No. It's week 1 for us, but it's the end of May for everyone else. This is the only week we need to do it.
You're right. This is the only week we'd have to do it. All right, so we come back. We do listener responses, leaderboards, and eventually some reaction videos in the wheel.
Boom.
Call 435-554-8844.
All right, we're back. What's up, KC? How was your break?
They're always interesting, aren't they?
Yeah. We got a little bit philosophical, a little racist. That's how we like to do it. Fuck Whitey. Down with the institution.
Yeah, the breaks on this show have not changed at all. Except now DC and I we don't have like a night out at the bar every week, which we wouldn't now anyway, but we'd have probably a night here of us doing just bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore. So now we have to compress all of
our... we could raid and loot the bar because that's the ideal way to do things now.
We could do that. Most of the really off-color humor that's said on podcast nights is said in the breaks, and that is no different tonight.
Off-color. All right, Casey. Before we get into our reactions, I'm going to go ahead and uncork the big boy. This is Loch Lomond or Lomond. I don't know. Lomond doesn't sound very Scottish to me, does it? Loch Lomond. That sounds more Scottish.
I am going to go with Lomond.
You're going to go with Lomond? Yeah. Flows a little better that way. Let's see here.
Is it an actual cork? You said uncork.
Shit. Yeah, it's
a twisty cork. You got a twisty tie and a cork in there.
Yeah, here we go. Hold on. There we go. This is fancy. I don't know what to do. I'm not no fancy Scotch drinker.
You didn't say hold on right. If you're going to say hold on, you have to do it like Opie. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus, I hate that guy.
Oh man, I went down a rabbit hole of the last couple days of just taking in all of the content of like Norton and Kumia and Carl from WATP.
Oh, it's great.
All of the like when Opie got fired after taking video of Roland in the bathroom at Sirius XM, and I have to say my new favorite thing is Chip Chipperson's podcast.
He is the satirical Opie, right?
It didn't start that way. Jim Norton's just kind of a crazy person in a brilliant way where he has these different characters in his head that he's always done. But 100% ever since all the breakups happened with the Opie and Anthony world, Chip is now Opie, like in every way. And it's like it was $6.66 for his like Patreon.
That's fantastic.
To get their full video podcasts. And by the way, like Anthony was always the funniest guy on the show. He's I miss that guy.
Except for Patrice.
Except Patrice, of course. Patrice is the funniest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
But Anthony, in terms of like quick wit, is the funniest person I've ever heard. And I haven't gotten to hear anything new of him in years, right? Because he's got his show on his website.
Everything's behind the paywall, yeah.
Which as soon as I have job that pays me more, I can't wait to subscribe to all kinds of things that I haven't before, or donate to like a YouTube channel that I watch a lot that people like donate to that I've never have because I'm poor.
Yeah, right.
But I did break down and join the Patreon of the Chip Chipperson podcast because the Opie stuff in that show, man, is so fucking funny. And Anthony's on it all the time. So it's Chip doing Opie impressions of shit where he's like snapping at people, and then he put a microphone next to his hand so he could snap into a microphone, because Opie used to snap at people in the studio like, hey, we need this. And Anthony would like have to tell him off mic, like, hey man, you stop snapping at the staff. Like, that's not,
yeah,
like,
that's
please,
fucking rude.
please don't snap at the staff anymore. So Chip literally has 2 snap mics now. He snaps into 2 microphones. It's great. It's I can't recommend that show anymore because he's fucking
the Chip Chipperson podcast.
Chip has a podcast.
All right, here we go. This is the Loch Lomond single malt Scotch whiskey 12-year.
This is still Tito's and Red Bull.
This is a lot. Wow, this is a lot smoother.
Well, that's the
definitely
big guy.
Not as harsh. What's that?
That's the big guy. Right?
This is the big guy. So thank God it's not as harsh. Very, very smooth. And because it's so smooth, I'm going to guess that the bullshitters said that there's some sort of citrus. I'm going to say there's pear. I'm going to say they said there's pear and also citrus. And here's the taste. Here we go.
Your mic is good. We all heard the swallow nicely there.
Okay. The finish is definitely more harsh than the other 2 tasters. I'm going to say, because it's a weird kind of aftertaste, I'm going to say that there's some sort of coffee / chocolate. And that peat, whatever the fuck that is. They've always got a peat in there somehow.
Swamp mud, I think.
Swamp mud. Here we go. In the nose, there's a crisp green apple, ripe pear. Yeah, I got the right pear. And refreshing citrus lemon.
Wow. You're becoming a gentleman. Dude, you're becoming a gentleman by the second over here.
Just got to get more drunk.
You went from, oh my God, smells like scotch, to picking out the 2 key notes there in an hour.
With background notes of golden cereal. Like Golden Crisp?
Golden Grams. Isn't it Golden Grams?
Golden Grams and Golden Crisp.
Is Golden Crisp a thing? I don't remember Golden Crisp.
Smacks. Smacks are a thing.
Kicks were yellow.
Kicks are a thing. Tricks, dude, Tricks are my shit. But ever since kids got so fat and they took all the sugar out of stuff, Tricks just aren't the same. They're just not the same. And it makes me so sad because I was like, here, guys, here, boys, try some of these Tricks. You like those Fruit Loops Nana always gets for you? How about try this on for size? Have some Tricks. And I'm eating a bowl of cereal with them, like trying to relive my childhood. And I'm waiting for that just like fruit stripe gum. You know how that like fruity kick that's just like, oh, that's so good. That same type of thing happened to me with Tricks, and not anymore. It's muted. It's terrible. Okay, so that's the nose. In the taste, orchard fruits and lemon meringue. Come on, you're trying too hard. Lemon meringue. The deep fruity character of pear led into citrus lemon, vanilla meringue, and light biscuit sweetness.
That's not quite what you described.
Not quite. But in the finish, it is a medium length. I would agree with that. Definitely the Ichmoen was way too long. Way too long. Medium length with gentle wood smoke. Okay. And a lingering peaty tang. There it is.
Swamp
The
mud
peat.
tang.
Swamp mud tang. And it's a lingering. I agree. It's still, as I'm trying to taste what's in my mouth, it's still there. It's still lingering. So,
dude, to this moment, I don't know what one thing I ate in Myrtle Beach was. It was called a bog ball. B-O-G.
Sounds fishy.
I'm not sure what it was supposed to be, but my experience wasn't positive. So,
Okay.
Dude, it was like this little it was like this little breaded thing that, like, if you looked at it, you would want it to be like a little chicken bite. Like, that's what it looked like.
Okay.
But it tasted like a spider web.
Ew. Like it was real light.
It was like stringy and almost like it wasn't living, but like if it was like a dead carcass for a while. You like almost like if you cut it open,
That
you would
sounds
expect
horrible.
You would expect it to go when you opened it. Like, that's what it tasted.
Ugh.
That was the consistency.
A bog ball?
Bog ball. Yeah, bog
ball.
ball. I have no idea, but it was absolutely horrible.
Hold on, I'm Googling this for images. I need to see what you're talking about here. A bog ball. Did you mean big ball? No, I didn't mean big ball. I meant bog ball. Oh, there it is. Famous bog ball.
I didn't try any big balls in Myrtle, I tell you that.
Yeah, it looks like a little like deep fried like sweet and sour chicken or something like that.
Yeah, or like if you deep fried a corn dog, like, or not a corn dog, a little corn. What's a pig in a blanket? Like if you deep fried that, it's like that size.
A little circular hot dog. Yeah, a spherical hot dog, if you will. Yeah, I'm sorry that did not. I'm sorry that happened to you.
We were on the boat, and I threw it in the water, and we were joking that the fish were going to throw it back.
Yeah.
No, we don't want this. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Why did you buy this?
Oh God, that's funny. All right, Casey. So, in true gentleman fashion, I have reviewed all three whiskeys. My favorite of the three, I would have to say, is the Inchmoren, the very first one that I sampled there. I'd say the Loch Lomond, I'll rank that as an 8. The Inchmoen, I will rank that as an 8, and the Inchmoren, I will rank that as a 9 on the Lauder scale. And I will move the proper 12 down to a 7 if it wasn't already there. What did I have that at?
I think you had it at 7 because I was surprised it was that high based on the review.
We'll put it down to a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that'll end up being like a 4 after you've had enough scotch.
Yeah, and a Ram's Point, I think I gave that an 8 at first taste, but after drinking the whole bottle, it really was more of a butterscotch cheap, like Fireball, but butterscotch. I'm gonna give that a 6 as well.
We should start doing a Patreon show every week just because you're doing a bottle of scotch every week, so you're drinking enough nights. We should definitely.
You guys are gonna have to join Patreon to pay for my fucking liver treatments.
Can we change our current Patreon, or do we have to make a new one for Goddamn Gentlemen?
Oh, we're gonna make a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make a new one, and again, the tier levels are gonna be much more defined and much better.
They'll make more sense.
Exactly.
And we do have to find a place to put these Patreon shows, video-wise, because YouTube's not the long-term answer.
Well, I think it's okay for now. YouTube is definitely the best option for not having like a pro account and something that everybody's familiar with. It's so widely used that people are more likely to stumble upon our shit on YouTube than they are on Vimeo.
But
Vimeo only if you have a link.
But the videos are blocked anyway because they're private, so they won't stumble upon it anyway, will they?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. But as far as being able to have unlimited upload ability, YouTube is the best answer right now. BitChute is probably the best answer for not safe for work kind of bullshit.
And we have
or
to
maybe
look
the
into
dark web.
Well, we have to look into our website too, and potentially instead of just like a link landing page, maybe we do the video. We go the extra minute and do a video page too, and we can maybe just have them on our website.
Yeah, I know
like
for our website,
like a members area, like a Patreon area.
Well, for our website, it only allows you to upload video from a video streaming service. So it's a YouTube link on our website. It doesn't allow just the video shit.
Yeah, we might have to look outside of Squarespace too then.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're leaving Squarespace, and we may not even need a website. Like you were telling me, as long as Libsyn allows for the upload of the MP3 files and has the RSS feed. If we have an RSS feed through Libsyn, everything else we can do through Patreon and its affiliates. So
does Patreon not allow you to share video? By the way, yeah, guys, we could have done this during the break, but whatever. You guys are learning what we're doing as we go.
Whatever. We're throwing ideas out there, and people who know what they're talking about that we don't.
That's right.
They can tell us. Patreon is affiliated with Vimeo directly,
right.
And any other website that allows for link sharing, like YouTube or BitChute, you can add the link there. But
all right, if you love our podcast and you want the full videos, go figure out how much that Vimeo Pro is and patreon.com/KCDCEVW. Go make a donation, and we'll go get that. Get that.
I think it's something embarrassingly cheap, like $7 a month. So
all right,
our
never mind.
Patreon should
never
cover
mind.
it.
Never mind. We're doing. Never mind. We're doing the Venmo, the Vimeo.
Vimeo.
That's gonna have to be the answer. All right, DC. Let's do some listener responses.
Yes, sir.
We already did the China-Russia debate. So the other one that you had, which I want you to read it because it's kind of an end-around question, but I think
it was intentionally. Yeah, it was intentionally a question that you think is going to lead you this way, and then boom, straight into racism. Here we go. If you could loot any store in Minneapolis, and at the time I wrote this, Minneapolis was really the only place that was popping, but now everybody's city has psycho leftists that are burning their shit down. So if you could loot any store in your town, which would you target as the most likely to stop racial discrimination?
So I'm confused because I don't think any would do that.
Ding, 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 ding. Stop looting, you morons. All right. Scooch says K Jewelers, spelled JEW-LERS. That's
it's a different thing.
It's offensive.
That's that's a different thing. Let's see. We have it's not a store, but let's hit the American Swedish Institute located in Minneapolis. Their national spokesman, the chef, has been spouting hate for decades and systematically uses his position of power over others for his own satisfaction. And DC, this comes with a link.
Yeah, I clicked on that link, giving the benefit of the doubt to the responder, that being Ginger. The American Swedish Institute and their national spokesman being the chef. I didn't put two and two together immediately, and I'm kind of pissed at myself. The Swedish chef.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got that.
It's a YouTube video of the Swedish goddamn chef Muppet that is racistly cooking chicken. At a time like this, Ginger.
Pull that up? Come on.
At a time like this, Ginger. You want me to pull that up? Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta pull.
Yeah, give me a second. Why don't you talk to the people about exactly when it was in your life that you realized your sister was a virulent racist?
I was probably 3, I think.
Yep. Okay.
The first time she kicked a minority on the street. No.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that sounds about right. Here we go. Oh shit. Let me Okay, come on. I'm such a fucking boomer, guys. I apologize for this. Oh no, I don't want all of it. I just want Do I have to go? Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna make a technical difficulty slide, and that's gonna
Don't do it
right now. No, that's gonna fill the screen during this whole thing until this video pops up.
Technical difficulty. Here we go, everybody. That was pretty quick.
Yeah. Well.
Load times may differ. So racist.
Chicky in the basket.
Chicky in the basket.
Chicky. Hey, over
I don't understand what's happening.
The Swedish chef is cooking fried chicken in a basket, and he's playing basketball. Also racist. I don't think this does anything to racial discrimination at all. I think if anything, this is escalating.
2
Racist
points.
views. 2 points. Okay, well,
Jesus.
there's that. So I got rickrolled by that because I actually thought this was going to be some sort of
And you
chef
highlighted it.
character.
You got me rickrolled too.
Oh, is it playing again? Hold on, it's playing again in my ear.
It's
I
not playing
don't
for
know
us.
why.
It's fine.
I know, but it's not fine for me. So I stopped that real quick. All right. Dick Mountain says the international food aisle of the grocery store.
That's such a specific attack.
Mhm. Yeah, but you want to target that to stop racial discrimination.
John Bone said the police store.
Mhm. The police store. Finn's fan, it won't stop. That's a glass half empty.
Ghost Dong says AutoZone. Why?
I don't know. You got us, dude. Mike Crona says Nordstrom's and or Whole Foods. If you loot the meccas of white people, they lose their power and the social dynamic is flipped. There you go. Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Claps Mugu went the other way. He wrote Popeyes or KFC.
That's just, I don't know what to say about that. Unnamed said Planned Parenthood. That is a white place. That is a white place. Do that.
That's good. I did, and my favorite answer was Southwife did chime in saying, "You're an asshole."
Yeah, guilty. All right, now
you fit in with our listeners though, based on some of the answers.
Yeah, and not everybody was happy with me for my satirical approach to the pick list this week. The question that was most important to me and that we need to settle: what song should KC have to sing next? I gave two. Like I was on the fence. I knew I wanted to have you sing like one of those soulful diva ballads, right? Just a love ballad. I narrowed it down to two. The Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler and I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. Rest in peace. I was leaning towards I Will Always Love You, if I'm being honest, because it is insanely high and powerful. Like you have to belt the high notes, and that is so hard to do. And so I thought I'd give you that one. But I also left it open because I was thinking, maybe the people would give me some good ideas for down the line. Only one of them stood out as a possibility, but I don't think I'm going to go with it. I think they were just trying to let you off the hook. That was Ginger's suggestion of Who Let the Dogs Out. That seems more along the lines of Blue to me, where I just wanted to get a song stuck in your head that I hate and that everybody hates.
And that song is like 99. Like, dude, that's my wheelhouse. Like, that would be a one
Easy.
Shot. I don't even need to listen
sleep.
to it first. Just give me the lyrics because I won't remember all of them. But yeah,
And the party was hot, the party was jumping.
Hey,
yippee-yi-yo.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
obvious.
And everybody's having a ball.
Oh, yippee-yi-yo.
Yo. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to go with that one. The people have spoken overwhelmingly want to hear KC sing. And I will always, but 2 octaves higher than that,
And worse.
or better. I believe in you.
When I saw the options, the Bette Midler one, like I wanted to do the Whitney Houston one immediately, and the reason being, I know it better. I don't know the Bette Midler one. I listened to the Bette Midler one, and I was like, it's not that.
Semite.
I was like, that's not that bad. That's not that bad of a song, but like, and it's not nearly as hard as I Will Always Love You, but I don't know it at all. So like, I have to learn this. The Whitney Houston one, everyone's heard it a billion times. I know all the beats of it, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to suck. It's going to sound terrible, but at least I know it. And I felt really strongly about that.
You ever know that you're my hero? You know that song? I do. It would come to you. It would come to you.
No, I know it, but I don't know the whole thing.
Oh, but you're saying you really know I Will Always Love You.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really know that one.
Oh, man.
Love that song. No, I'm
excited.
I just know it. But either way, I felt that way until last night. I loaded up the pick list, took a look at where the people were landing, and they were overwhelmingly in the corner of Whitney Houston. And I thought, yeah, everybody's with me. Like, that's the more popular song. So I pulled it up on YouTube. And I'll tell you, I had forgotten that song starts a cappella for quite a little while. And I was like, oh, shit. This part is not going to be fun. Yeah, it'll be
welcome,
good.
Casey.
And I'll have it out. Casey. And I'll have it out this week.
If you had to guess what food category was coming your way, because I already kind of know what I'm going to get you. It just is going to be the scope of how much I can afford for $10.
Mm-hmm. I would guess that my next item would fall under maybe like the add-on / condiment variety. So similar to like the hot sauce, or I would consider like, it's not a condiment, but like fluff, like something that's added to something else. I'm guessing you're not going to give me another, like the fish is like a thing, right? I'm guessing that this is going to be something that is it's versatile in its application. That would be my guess.
I would agree with that. It's versatile in its application. Not a condiment, but that's all the information I'll give you.
Fair enough. I will open it and try it. And by the way, because the Patreon show never saw the light of day, the fish. We need to clip.
That for sure because YouTube will allow that.
Yeah, we'll clip that out and put that up on the Patreon by the time you guys see this, or hear this up on Apple Podcasts or wherever else. But the smell was so bad. And then I discovered the vacuum seal around the actual item still.
That was crazy to me. The reaction you had opening the package, I thought it was just going to be open. Like it was packaged within packaged, vacuum sealed, and it still got out. I was so happy. Could not have been better.
It smelled like the crotch of a 1400s prostitute.
I thought you were going to say a 14-year-old. Woo!
Those smell way better. Yeah. Like what? I don't know.
Maybe a 14-year-old Samoan.
Boy.
All right, Casey. Without further ado, we have the finalists for May.
Point of order number 12.
Point of order number 12. Presenting the KCDC Week 44 May finalists, starting with the week and stuff. Here we go. Week 44 in 10th place. We have a two-way tie. What's up?
I do have them pulled up, so I'll do Team East this week.
Oh, nice. Okay. In 10th place, we have a two-way tie, both Team West members with 27 points apiece, Mike Corona and Claps Magoo.
9th place sees Cuz at 28, Cuckshed in 8th at 29, Ginger 7th at 30. 6th place, Jeff 4 with 32.
In fourth place, we have a two-way tie, also two West members, Ghost Dong and Fins Fan, 33 apiece.
Rusty Trombone finds himself in third place this week at 34.
Excuse you, Coof Trombone.
Oh, sorry. It says our sheet
Yeah.
still says Rusty because we don't need to update it for that sake.
Yeah. In second place with 35 points, Dick Mountain.
Oh, right. My turn to talk because Team East won the week. Scooch wins.
Traitor.
I was ready.
Traitor.
Scooch wins the week at 36 points. Happy to see it. Let's move
It's
to the
been a
month of
while,
May.
dude. It's been a while since Scooch has been fucking number one in the week.
Yeah, or relevant even a little.
Or relevant at all.
Let's go to the month of May, DC.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is 10th place.
Yep.
Johnny, tie for 9th at 82 points apiece.
Tie for 10th.
Oh, tied for 10th. Sorry.
Yep.
Cousin Johnny O, 82 points apiece.
In ninth place with 88 points, Claps Magoo, Team West.
8th place is Cuckshed with 91. Coof Trombone in 7th with 93. Jeff 4 in 6th place with 95.
With 96 points. In fifth place is Ghost Dong. In fourth place with 97 points is Mike Corona. And in third place with 99 points, two-way tie in second place with 99 points apiece, Dick Mountain.
And Scooch.
Which leaves first place, Team West member and overall leader, Fins Fan, with 102 points in the month of May. Congratulations, Fins Fan. That is the second month that Fins Fan has won, and that will be order of business number whatever the fuck, 13. Jesus.
I'm making it up. I don't know.
Who knows? I think it's 10. But Fins Fan
21
Fins Fan is the overall leader. You can go to kcdcevw.com and check the leaderboards if you really want to know where you're at in the top 10 overall. But Fins Fan is the overall leader with 990 points, 1 point only ahead of Team East's Scooch with 989. It's crazy.
What a year, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Nuts.
I won't miss the leaderboards and the picks and everything at all, but it's been a fun year.
I'll miss it a little. It gave me something to do.
The only thing that really matters moving forward is we just need to make sure we can continue the open-ended questions, because you guys are like the content there is so goddamn funny to me, like the stuff that you guys come up with and that we read on the show, and I definitely think that we have to find a way to continue that.
At this point, we need to leave it open to like our followers if they want to continue like side bets and shit like that. Have Fins Fan or Johnny O or something like that make a weekly pick list and have them do it on their own, like as a fucking side business.
It's worked out great for us, so you guys go for it.
Yeah. Which leads me into the tournament. We haven't talked about it because it's been so up in the air with sports that, you know, there was really no real footing to take hold of. Sports are coming back. We have enough sports that we could draw out in a pinch for the purposes of tournaments. We could draw out NASCAR picks, soccer picks, golf picks, which are all coming back, and soon, meaning July. So it might be the championship weeks of the tournament, NHL and possibly NBA. Sports are on their way back, and we need to sort out what's what as far as the positions are concerned. So without further ado, let me pull up the most recently sent email from this week's pick list, because I laid out everybody that's already secured a spot. Scooch from Team West. Let's not forget, he won the first of his months as a Team West member, so his spot is secured as Team West. Jesus, who has disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm going to have to send that guy a message and remind him that he has an automatic spot in the tournament and see if he wants it, because he is a month winner, Cuckshed also won a month of Team West. Dick Mountain from Team West is the alternate winner of Scooch's second month, points-wise, that hadn't won a month yet. Jeff 4 of Team East has also won a month. Finn's fan of Team West
Jeff.
won a month.
4.
Yep. Finn's fan from
Disrespect.
Team West. The disrespect. Yeah, fuck him. Jeff 3. That's what I call him. Johnny O of Team East also secured a spot with a month win. Mike B, a little bit late to the game, but got in on that donorship and won for Team West in March when all this shit was going down because of his funny answers. So you never know how you're going to get in. And Koof Trombone from Team East being the winner of May, I believe. Now that Finn's fan has won his second month, we have his spot to give away to the next person down on the list that hasn't won a spot, and I believe that is Ghost Dong. Congratulations, Ghost Dong of Team West. You have won a spot as well.
The most mediocre picker of the year, but really consistently good answers.
Yeah, always there. So congratulations, you're in. Anybody I did not name who ends up in the overall top 10, that being Ginger, I think is in there. Maybe she might be
KCDC.
right on the edge.
EVW.com. Go check it out.
Go check it out. Claps Magoo, you're always around. Has a spot in the tournament. We're gonna fill it out to 16. We're gonna end up having about 12 spots filled with the months and its alternates, and I think we need to decide some sort of funny way to give out the last 4 remaining spots every week in June, starting this week.
Yeah. First off, on the pick list this week, we bring back an old classic. Why do you belong in the year-end tournament?
I love it. Salzano, it's been a while. I don't know if you died or if you're just in some sort of dark women's hockey depression.
He might fall under the category of people that no longer enjoy.
Well, he was last. Yeah. Well,
the shit that we talk about on our podcast.
He was last year's champion, so he deserves to be in. Diamond was the first season's overall champion and money winner, because I'm not going to win our own money. Even I won the tournament, but he was second place. I'm not going to take my own money. He deserves a shot at being in there. And I don't think you and I need to participate. We need not apply. Thank you. I couldn't agree with you more. Wiping the brow. That does it. As far as the scores are concerned, if you want to check out how Casey and I are doing against each other, we've lost count. The only thing that we're really counting now is the weeks against each other and the teammates' weeks and months wins. Nonsense points are complete nonsense. We don't know who has what. We're throwing them around like
I'm winning by 30
pesos in a parade, and you're winning by 30. That's nonsense. And pup list is a pipe dream at this point.
It's gone the way of the fan vote.
Yeah. It's gone the way of season 1 and 2 to this guy. What else do we need? Reaction time.
That's right. Whose reactions are going first here?
I think you're reacting to my videos first.
Okay.
I didn't queue them up, but they're go ahead and talk to the people while I do that.
Sure.
I only have a few, so it should be fast.
So DC and I each have a few reaction videos, followed by each of us presenting you with our gentleman of the week. Which, again, if you didn't catch last week's show, or this is your first one as we move into the next phase of our podcast, which is 2 goddamn gentlemen.
That's right.
We are going to bring in one gentleman each week that we have found to be the gentleman of the week. So we'll present those every week moving forward, including tonight after the reaction. So what do we have left? We have reaction videos, we have gentleman of the week, and we have the wheel.
That's right. Casey, I've captioned these and they are ready to go. So let me share screen with you real quick.
Sure. And don't get worried when you see. I think I have one from World Star. It's not somebody getting kicked in the head, so YouTube should be fine.
I'm not worried. No worries at all. All right, Casey, here we go. Without reading the caption or without reading the title here, I've captioned this. Who should riot here?
Fuck this nigga about to do.
Got a couple black cops and one white cop handling a black.
Damn!
All right, Casey.
Holy shit! All right, so for the podcast listeners, this lady was just walking through the intersection. Apparently, apprehension was the goal of her.
Mm-hmm.
And she started smacking the white cop in the face, and the black cop behind her knocked her ass down.
Knocked her ass out. Black on black, police on civilian crime. So who should riot? What do you think?
Well, she can't.
No, that's true. That's true. She will not be going to Target anytime soon.
Sure.
All right, Casey. This next video I have captioned not fast. Oh, excuse me. No, nailed it.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have a car upside down, clearly has crashed on the highway. Trying to flip it over with the tow truck, huh?
With the winch, yep. Trying to pull it up and onto the bed of the truck. Almost there.
Oh, why was he holding on to anything?
Nailed it. All right, Casey. In this last video, I've captioned "Not fast enough."
Oh, lady on a quad.
That lady was not going fast enough for my taste.
Dude, the videos of typically women riding anything like a motorcycle that's got the hand crank on the for the throttle always ends the same way, which is I don't know what to do.
Gas. All right.
All right, so my first reaction video for you.
Yep.
I saw you had a caption of nailed it, so I also have nailed it, just Casey version.
Perfect. I'm gonna pause the ad block on this so I can see the video. Let me refresh this here.
Probably seems helpful, yeah.
Yeah. Is it gonna allow?
Oh,
Come on now.
It would be sad if it didn't.
There we go.
Oh,
there it is.
Goes.
Oh my God, this website.
I hate the fucking chives.
I hate it, dude.
You have to scroll up to make the top thingy go away.
Jesus Christ.
It's really infuriating.
There it goes. Okay.
But I liked this video.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
This is exactly the dance I do when I'm trying to just check these videos out in the first place. Is just getting mad at the player and the website's layout.
Here we go. It's going to go.
Nailed it.
Loading. Nailed it.
We got a drive-by birthday party.
A Jeep Renegade. This is a birthday party? Oh, there's a gentleman, I think, standing in the road waiting to cross the street. Oh!
Shoot! So it's one of these quarantine drive-by birthday parties, and I wish all of them ended in a fucking car accident.
I do too. Since we've moved into the neighborhood, Casey, there have already been 2 teacher parades where all the teachers in the school district or whatever, maybe just this one elementary school, have gone around our neighborhood honking their horns over and over and over again. And there's so many cars that the lead car will inevitably get stuck at a stop sign or a crossroads somewhere, or maybe even played a bad game of Snake. Let me pause this here. Played a bad game of Snake and is now like eating itself. And now the cars are just stuck in our street because we have a cul-de-sac. So they've like snaked their way through, and now they're just stuck there. And they've stopped honking because they realize how ridiculously fucking annoying it is for them to just be honking at this point. And they're just sitting there like, hi.
It's infuriating, dude. It's so annoying. By the way, I had my captions one off. So the one we just watched was "I wish this happened every time."
Yeah.
This one is nailed it.
This one's nailed it.
I can only
So here we
hope
go.
that this person isn't stealing and that maybe they are an employee. But based on what I have seen tonight,
Yeah, it's a white lady with a mask on, just walking out of
purses.
just walking out of a department store with purses. But because it's a white lady, she says,
isn't stealing and that maybe they are an employee. But based on what I have seen tonight,
nailed it.
Isn't stealing.
Yeah, nailed it. Absolutely. Not stealing at all.
Not stealing.
This
Protesting.
next one, yeah, this next one, my favorite line of it is my title, which is, "He has a bicycle helmet."
Wait, is this
that's the same
did I
one.
just click the same one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Christ. No, I clicked on the bicycle helmet one.
Oh, is it given the
It's
wrong
the same
link?
link. That's your fault.
That is my fault. That's 100%.
You did it.
All right, well, stand by. Now you talk to the people while I get my my video back.
All right. So when I was trying to decide on my gentleman of the week, which we'll go over upcoming, I really wanted to go back to the well of the weird addiction people, because they truly are the gentlemen of this country. Those with so much freedom that they don't know what to do with it, and they use it poorly. The gentleman who was addicted to balloons.
That video was
dude
incredible.
Married. Incredible. Incredible gentleman, incredible story. And the craziest part of that whole thing to me is that he has a wife who,
It seems
puts up
impossible.
with this, allegedly.
Yeah, it seems impossible. All right, you got to refresh the link there.
All right.
For he has a
You got it?
bicycle helmet. As DC is dying on the other end of this.
I know. I've excuse me, I've like lost my voice.
A blessing.
TMZ, love it. The only honest people in news.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And I'm
me.
taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
Oh,
I'm going
pause.
to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Tell them whatever you like is a great fucking line. So this lady has a dog with her and a dog leash in her hand, but she is holding the dog by the collar, which is why he's filming her in the first place, because she is just choking the shit out of her dog.
Yeah,
And
off a leash in Central Park.
and it only gets worse as she just continues to fucking flop this dog around as she just has
What?
diarrhea of the mouth. It's great.
What is it with white women projecting themselves onto their dogs? Like, oh, I can't leash my dog. It's a human being.
Yes, stupidity is the answer to your question.
So she's texting the cops. Is that what she said?
No, she's
She's going to call the cops and say an African American is threatening my life.
yeah, and that gets better because don't forget, DC, you haven't learned about his bicycle helmet.
Oh my God.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. Still trying to be polite as she's Karening the shit out of her dog and this guy. Oh my God, that poor dog.
I'm sorry, I'm in the Ramble, and there is a man, African-American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog.
Okay. This is at least twice as bad as the policeman killing the guy. That's all I'm saying. All right. The fact that she had
There's
it's
an
it's twice
African-American
excuse me,
man-
not twice as bad, twice as racist. Because I believe that cop would have done that to any fat white motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
He would have done that. He would have done that to anybody he was pissed at. It had nothing to do with the fact he was black. This
And
lady
it sounds like he did, by the way. He had like 18 complaints in his jacket before this anyway.
Yeah, and Minnesota is one of the whitest states on earth. One of the whitest states in the country. This lady specifically called and said, there's a man, an African-American gentleman, as if that was going to ramp it up, because she knows she was using her white privilege. And that I will unironically say as using white privilege in that, thinking that you have the white privilege anyway.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit.
I'm in such a park.
Who
He's
deserves to
recording
get
me,
gang
threatening
raped by
myself
all
and
the
my
dogs
dog.
in that park.
And my I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
How is she doing this with
in
a
Central Park
phone
in the
on
ramble.
her,
I don't
recording
know.
her as if
Thank you.
She leashed the dog. He goes, thank you.
Wait, so what about the bike helmet? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just love that description in the middle of it. There's an African-American man. He has a bike helmet, and he is threatening me and my dog.
He gave your dog treats, which is why you were freaking out in the first place, you fucking idiot.
Is that what
If I
happened?
was an African-American gentleman walking around in a park, I would also carry dog treats on me because,
Dude, I'd carry a body cam. That's
yeah,
legal protection.
dogs and African-Americans are not natural-born friends. We know that.
Not all man's best friend.
Not all man's best friend. All right, Casey, it is time once again for Gentleman of the Week. I had gone to the well,
That's my
as
motion
I
for
described
Gentleman of
earlier.
the Week, by the way. I'm going to make a curly Q mustache motion with my hands every time. Get excited, everyone.
This?
Yes.
Nice. Because I can't see you when I share my screen with you. Hello. Hold on. All right, here we go. Don't read the title of the video.
I'm not going to read it.
Make sure
Make sure you keep me in your screen because you can't hear me that well. And if I need you to pause to ask questions, just keep me.
I don't know
visible.
how to keep you in because it
might not
automatically gets rid of you. Hold on. Let's
It
see.
might not. No, don't worry about it because I can see both of us on the screen. That's why I can't. I don't know what you see. It doesn't matter.
I just see the video. That's it.
I'll be noisy
All right.
if I want you to pause, or just pause at the natural points where I don't. I'm excited. If this is based off Balloon Guy, which is my strange addiction stuff, then I'm excited.
It is in that the next strange addiction that I found was taking hair out of your drain.
I'm
There
gonna
was a
hate
man.
this.
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna hate it, Casey. That's why I chose it.
Oh,
Now,
no.
the first thing I want you to notice is this gentleman's tile.
Yeah, he's got fish.
Isn't that lovely?
No.
All right. This guy has the weirdest vocabulary. This guy has the weirdest vocabulary, and that's why I chose this over the TLC guy who actually had a strange addiction to pulling hair out of other people's drains. Like whenever he goes to visit people's houses, he'd just pull hair out of their drains. I might actually play that video after this, and this may be my honorary Gentleman of the Week. Here we go.
Hello, this is Gio, and we have a bathtub.
Did you catch his name?
Geo?
Oh, let's try that again.
Hello, this is Gio, and
This is Jew.
Jew?
I hope so. Here we go.
I think he's in
we have
Geo.
a bathtub here. And one thing with this bathtub that I don't really like is the drain. It is flowing and draining slowly, and so I'm hoping to.
It's the one thing he doesn't like about the shower is that it drains slowly.
It's not that it's like a weird, like Long Island bathtub with odd paintings on it.
Yeah. I think this is like his grandparents' drain that they just asked him to come help with, and he's like, I know, I'll turn it into a YouTube video.
This is
Fix that today and maybe show you a really quick way to get this thing unclogged. And
The transitions are
so
brilliant.
far so normal.
Yeah.
So far so normal. He's just helping us do some household activity.
See the whole thing.
Listen to this description he gives of the Zip It. It's the best.
Zip it. It's I don't know if you can see the whole thing. It's designed, it has a little finger hold right here and a little plastic kind of zip.
Nailed it. Nailed it. And by the way, he's holding it upside down. All the letters upside down.
Yeah, it's got a little a plastic zip
on there, and it has all these little barbs on it. So you're just supposed to put this down your drain, kind of move it around, and it will collect all the hair and debris that's in there, and hopefully get it out of there. Now, here, let me show you this right here.
No, we got it.
Closely, it looks like it can actually go down the P-trap right here, depending on how far your P-trap is. It might actually be able to collect all the debris in your P-trap as well. Again, P-trap has to be closer into your drain. But we'll give this a shot. This is the Cobra Zip It, and let's see if we can zip out all of that debris.
Good tag.
Okay, so I took it out of the package here. You can see the little finger hole here, and
I knew that step was next.
Barbed here, so it looks like it'll probably work, but we'll give it a shot down here.
I already hate this guy so much, and there's nothing.
So I can take this little stopper out of here to expose this, but I kind of wanted to keep this simple. So you don't have to take anything apart. So
okay, I want to keep this simple, so I'm going to obstruct the way out by keeping this attached.
Yeah, to make it simple.
Great logic, dude.
Just going to try to go in through the side, just for this demonstration. And so I'll see if I can actually...
You can kind of tell how old this guy is. If you had to ballpark it, how old do you think this guy is?
35.
35, right? Okay. And you can tell by the arm hair that he's got kind of brown. Let's see if I can get some arm hair in here. He's got kind of brownish. There you go. He's got brownish dark arm hair, right? What color hair do you think is coming out of this drain before he pulls it?
I mean, I would assume brown.
You'd assume brown, right?
Is this not his bathtub?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I barely got it in there and it's already grabbing out material. Look at this material.
Oh, he's touching it. Ew.
Look at this. He goes, I barely got it in there and we're already getting out material. He keeps calling the fucking hair material.
So is this a fetish thing? Is that what's happening here?
But we'll get it in here and stick it in. I can't really get it too far in right now, but oh gosh, look at this material coming out of here. So, you're all probably saying, ooh, he's touching it, he's touching it.
That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly
what I said. Get in here and...
Look, those are the words I used in order.
Get it in here and then pull it out.
Oh, he's got a wedding ring on.
Stuck in there. These barbs are really hard, so it's a good thing I have that finger hold. So
good design.
If this was open, it'd probably be a little
zip it.
And so I'll try to.
Because if this was open, it would probably be a little easier.
Fucking open it, jackass.
Get it in on this side. Get it down here.
Be as simple as
possible. Get it pretty darn far. Look at that.
Nailed it.
Bring it up and look at that material. This zip it really seems to do the trick. So I'll continue doing this to see if I can get all the material out and then see if this will flow a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna try to clean this all out now. Bars off. See if it drains a little bit better.
Draining a little bit better.
You don't have to help the water get to the drain. It all goes there.
Man, okay.
Oh, what a strange fucking weirdo, dude.
Addiction.
I was really expecting that to have a weird sexual turn, though.
All right, here we go,
He was going to start
Casey.
sniffing the material.
This is the true gentleman of the week.
Oh, boy.
Seattle.
My name is Evan. I'm 28 years old. I live in Seattle, Washington. And I'm addicted to pulling hair out of shower drains.
This is what I was expecting, yeah.
It's stress relief for me. I have this anxiety, and then I get the hair, and then like, bam, I'm relieved.
Evan's addiction to pulling hair from shower drains began 6 years ago after the death of his father. He was in college when he first had the urge.
It was kind of spur of the moment. I didn't know why I did it.
Now he collects hair from drains up to 3 times a week.
It has to be.
That's surprisingly not often for someone who has an addiction. 3 times a week. At least he's not busting into like crack shelters and
dude,
God.
like
shower drain.
It's like they present it like his dad died, so
and like it was like related at all.
Oh,
well, my dad died, so obviously I had to pull hair out of a drain. No.
All right, so here's what I noticed with the balloon guy.
Mm.
And this is the same people making the video. It's TLC, right? So
Yep.
They waited till about halfway into the video until he was like, my relationship with balloons has a sexual element. And and I'm just looking at this. We're about, I don't know, 35 to 40% of the way in. So I expect there's some kind of a turn at some point here.
I was really sad at how short this video was because the content, it's there. It's there. But this was a very short clip. So let's see how long before it turns sexual. Here we go.
I can't just go to the closest barber shop. I can't go up to a girl and
it'd be too easy.
Ask her to pull out some hair.
Wait, did he mean off her head?
Yes.
What?
He goes, yeah, it'd be a lot easier if I could just go to the barber shop and ask them for the ground scrapings or go up to a girl and just ask her to pull some hair out for me. That'd be cheating. Oh my God.
It'd be too
hair
too easy.
Probably my favorite.
Too easy to convince strange women to pull their hair out. I missed that line. Sorry.
Oh yeah. We're going back to this. Here we go.
I missed one line there.
Ask her to pull out some hair. Long brown hair is probably my favorite. It has to be slimy. It has to be wet. Like if I pulled out a bunch of dry hair, I've never done that, so I don't know.
I am worried for Evan.
It's ridiculous to him to think of having dry hair.
Dude, that face he made was like if somebody asked you, like, hey, have you ever, before you got in your car to go to work, have you ever taken your pants off and then taken a shit on your hood before you got in? You'd be like what? No. Why would I do that? That's a ridiculous thing to do. That was the face he made when he was like, dry hair? Huh.
That's never happened to me. That's outrageous.
It's never happened to me either, for the record.
Oh my God, here we go.
He's a great guy, and I don't want him to be abandoned. I don't want him to be thought of as demented, weird.
Too late.
So if somebody said to me, they were like, your best friend DC, how do you not want him to be defined? I'd be like, I don't want him defined as an asshole, right? He puts on this face, but he's not really an asshole.
Yeah.
If my first thought was like, well, I hope people don't think he's demented, then there's something wrong with you.
I just really don't want people to think of my best friend Casey as a rapist. I just really, that would be really bad.
I hope they judge him on everything else about him.
So this little sentence here is a little bit telling, right?
Okay, so yeah, Evan pulls hair from at least 2 showers per week. So are there 2 showers in Evan's house? Is my first question.
Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. He'll explain.
Okay, so it's 2 different showers because it's over 100 degrees.
Somebody's house or apartment that I haven't been before. The game starts when I see the homeowner and I make the prediction of how much hair she has in her drain, and then I have to find out.
This is a serial killer in the making.
Dude, what are the calculations you're making where you're like, and also what are the measurements?
He's like, I'll bet you I could pull out a solid 2.5 feet before there's any breakage.
Yeah, like, but you go over somebody's house, you're like, yeah, they're like a once every other year drain cleaner for sure. This is gonna be
right. Yeah, how do you know the hygiene of this
bitch
people?
Cleans her drain every week. I'm just gonna go home. I can tell right now. Like, what is the calculations that he's making before?
Oh my God. Here
What's
we
it
go.
based on?
Evan hunts through drawers and cabinets until he finds a tool to use to collect the hair.
That's okay.
He should buy a Zip It and fucking tape it to his leg.
Well, I think that's part of the thrill. I think part of the thrill is that he goes in clean and then has to fashion and like MacGyver the hair out of there. You know, it's like an escape room for him.
Yeah, it's like a serial killer that wants to get caught, right?
Correct.
They have to do the work.
Clearly, he went on TLC and admitted it. He wants to get caught for sure.
Used tweezers. I've used toothbrushes.
Dude, he's using people's toothbrushes to pull hair. What the fuck is going on?
Gentlemen, that's what's going on.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I'm going to lock my toothbrush up if I have people over. Like, what the fuck?
That's gross.
Yeah, he goes, okay, hold on. Let me move this out of the way here real quick. Move this to the top and go back into the video here. What he says here is hilarious to me.
I've used toothbrushes. I always throw the toothbrush out to be respectful because that's gross.
I just...
I'm fucking lost with this guy. He's going to people's houses and throwing their toothbrushes away.
To be respectful, because, you know, that's gross. That line right there, is what makes Evan the gentleman of the week.
That's
okay. So I got my tools, and I'm ready to go after it.
Now it's a race
Squat
against time.
down. As time goes on, keep on getting more panicky. I start sweating. Once I find the hair, the stress is gone.
Look at his face.
About 3 to 5 seconds later, I get disgusted. I throw it away. I regret doing it every time.
That's it. There you go, Casey. 3 to 5 seconds later, I get disgusted. I throw it away. Along with their toothbrush. Like, imagine you go into your bathroom, this guy you just met on Tinder or something, and you're like, where the fuck's my toothbrush? And you're looking around and stuff, and then all of a sudden you look in your garbage can, there's your toothbrush right next to a pound of hair and scratch marks all over your drain. Like, hello, police? Yeah, there's a crazy man in my apartment with a bike helmet.
Holy fuck, dude.
That guy was
That guy was incredible. We need those every week. Every week. I can't get enough.
There will be.
I cannot get enough of that.
True gentleman of the week.
All right, so my gentleman video is far shorter.
Okay.
And my gentleman of the week is just an upset. My gentleman of the week is J.R. Smith.
Okay.
So you have a silent video to start.
Uh-huh.
Video with no sound, but then J.R. Smith has a video that he made explaining what you see in clip 1. And J.R. Smith is the gentleman of the week.
I gotcha. Here we go.
So you can describe part 1 until we get to part 2.
We've got a homemade video of somebody getting beat up. Oh, someone getting kicked in the head. Pretend. It looks like pretend. It's like, oh, nope, not pretend.
I see this shit somewhere else. One of these little motherfucking white boys didn't know where he was going and broke my fucking window in my truck. Broke my shit. This wasn't this is a residential area. There wasn't no stores over here. No, none of that shit. Broke my window.
I tried to pause it. It didn't work. He goes, it wasn't no stores. So that would have been okay.
Sure.
It was a residential area. That shit's off limits. Don't you know the rules of rioting, white boy?
So here's why he's the gentleman. The line coming up.
Chased him down and whooped his ass. So if the footage come out and y'all see it, I chased him down and whooped his ass. He broke my window. This ain't no hate crime. I ain't got no problem with nobody. Ain't got no problem with me.
Yeah, we know, man. You play with Kyle Korver, man. We know. We know you don't have no problem with no white boys, but they broke your shit.
Yeah, you have way more of an issue with Kyle Korver than he does.
Yeah, fucking Kyle Korver better stay out of my target.
The system, that's it. The motherfucker broke my window and I whooped his ass. He didn't know who window he broke. And he got his ass whooped. Just so y'all see it later, I'm telling y'all now.
Just for the police who have a case against me for whooping this guy's ass, it was me. I did it. An idiot. Let me just tell you right now. That video, that was me. I was assaulting him. I did it. Because it was a residential area. He broke my window. I whooped his ass.
I love that video. Good for J.R. Smith. Go get him.
Yeah, good for J.R. Smith. Vindicated.
Indeed. Wheel time?
Oh, my God, dude. It is wheel time. I cannot wait.
We only got like 5 weeks left of the wheel. In its current state. We might change it up completely. Like I think like we've exhausted the ones we have. Like we don't really like the jokes or the sex that much anymore.
Yeah, no. But the 2 truths and a lie, I think we can keep that going. Those are kind of fun.
Let me.
We get to know a little bit about ourselves. You're getting better at them. I'm getting terrible at guessing yours.
Have I done my 2 truths and a lie about the drunkest night of my life? I don't think so. I don't
don't know if you have.
So
I don't think so.
I think I wrote that like 4 weeks ago, but it has not rolled for me in a while. So I think I'm just sitting on a fresh one here.
If it lands on 2 truths and a lie, I'm going to have to do mine on the fly, which has not proved good for me in the past, so that's good for you.
I think you're probably hitting at least 500 at that, though.
On the fly or at...
No, on the fly. No, on the fly.
Okay.
By the way, I bought a very small Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
So as a true goddamn gentleman, when the Red Bull ran out, all I had was Gatorade. So here we are.
There you go. Got to replace those electrolytes.
Balancing as we go. It's a humidifier and a dehumidifier in the same goddamn room. Let's get after it.
All right, Casey, here we go.
Dude, that fucking hair. Jesus Christ.
Trump DC wins. Let me grab that coin here.
The hair in the drain guy. I'm going to think about Evan for a while.
I know. I wish I knew his last name because I want to be able to reach out to these gentlemen and have them on the show because I want to talk to them like the following week. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Let's do that.
All right, here we go.
Trump DC wins.
That's a seal.
Hey,
that's a KC advantage.
Advantage KC.
I realized I could be doing that the whole time instead of just off to the side.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Here we go. DC jokes.
No, I'm gonna win. I'm keeping a straight face. I need to win. I'm on a 3-week losing streak. I will do everything not to laugh at your joke.
Okay. Here we go. Let me get over.
Probably just stop the share. Just stop the share for a second.
Yeah, I'll just stop the share for a second.
Yep.
Casey.
Yes, sir.
There once were 3 gentlemen who were friends and down on their luck. They needed money desperately, and as they were walking along the road one day, they saw a sign that said, circus, whatever circus, coming to town. And the special draw of this circus was the competition of who could bring the biggest elephant. The gentleman had exactly 6 months to find the biggest elephant. So they went to Africa. They have no money, but they went to Africa anyway. Don't worry about it. Don't laugh. They procured a baby elephant. That doesn't count. Sure. Procured a baby elephant and brought it back to America and proceeded to feed this baby elephant all sorts of terrible things that elephants should not eat. Fats and sweets and peanut butter and those types of things. And to ensure that the elephant just got bigger and bigger, they put a cork up the elephant's ass. So it just continued to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Over 6 months, they fed this elephant to the point where it was gigantic. There was no way that they were going to lose. They brought the elephant to the circus. They won, and they took home the grand prize of, I don't know, back when I heard the joke, it was $1 million, but nowadays it needs to be more than that. So let's say they won $10 million. Split 3 ways. They're doing real well for themselves.
Profitable circus ever.
Very profitable circus. But now they had themselves the problem of this elephant. How are they going to deal with this? So one of the guys had an idea. Why don't we use some of the money to buy and train a monkey to pull the cork out of the elephant's ass? Because I don't want to do it. None of them wanted to do it. You got to train a monkey to do it. Perfect idea, the other two said. So they buy this monkey. They stick corks in different things, and the monkey then pulls it out. They train this monkey just to pull corks, pull corks out of shit. And they unleash. Why is my computer listening to me?
It's Big Brother, man.
And they unleash the monkey on this elephant. Fast forward to the 3 of them waking up in the hospital. And the doctor comes to the first guy and he says, "What's the last thing you remember?" And he said, "Oh, a big explosion." And the doctor says, "Okay." Goes to the second guy and he goes, and the first guy is just in such despair and just distraught and can't believe what's going on. And the second guy is crying. He's just crying and just very upset. The doctor says, what's the last thing you remember?" And the guy says, "Shit everywhere." And the third guy is just laughing his ass off, like a crazy person laughing his ass off. And the doctor goes to the third guy and he goes, "What's the last thing you remember?" And he goes, "The look on the monkey's face when he was trying to shove the cork back in." Winner! Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, the wheel was not kind to me.
No, but I liked it. It was good. I needed a victory.
Yeah, good win, buddy. You're off to a good start in June.
I'll give you I will order a food item for you tomorrow.
That's
and I
right.
think on this week's, are we just going to do another bonus episode this week? Why not?
You don't owe me a food item this week. Next week if you win.
Oh, that's right. It's not every week. I forget now that we're doing all our other shit now.
You got yourself 23.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So, on the Patreon show this week, I will present you with a song.
Okay.
By the way, Wednesday night. I can give the update from last week before the Wednesday night thing. So went in Friday afternoon for the X-ray on my knee.
I was gonna say on the fucking kidney stone. Where the fuck is it?
Mystery. My dick is just so big that it just sauntered its way out. It's not a problem. That wasn't an issue. So anyway, went in for the X-ray on my knee. All good there. No structural damage to bones, right? He's like, the doctor's funny. Actually, he's like, it's your kneecap. Good spacing. Beautiful kneecap. And he moved on to the next thing. And I was like, this guy's positive as fuck. I want to carry this guy with me. And my mom, who's had 2 knee surgeries, recommended this guy. She's been going to him forever. And she's like, yeah, he specializes in all joints, knees, shoulders, ankles. I was like, I have a spare bedroom. Let's fucking get him in here. Like, let's go. So that was all good. So the real test is now Wednesday, which is the MRI. So DC, I would like to play ligament roulette with you.
Okay.
Which one and how bad? I'm going to go. So last time it was the MCL.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is again. It's my guess. And last time it was like, I think it goes to like a grade 1. I think I had like a 3 out of like 4 or 3. I had like the low one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 2 or 1 this time. I think that's where I'm at this time.
Ooh, okay.
Grade 2 or a grade 1 MCL. So that's what we're going to find out. I'll go in Wednesday and hopefully Thursday or Friday figure out what in the fuck I did to my knee.
Now, the MCL is on the inside of the knee, on the inside of the leg, and the ACL is on the outside?
No, the ACL
is that in the front?
Like the thick one on the back, I believe. But I'm not positive about that. I know the MCL.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do it where you are, and the listeners can too. Left hand on your left knee.
Yeah.
Like if you put your palm directly on the kneecap,
mm-hmm.
It's like the back left of your hand, the top of your knee on the left side. That's where your MCL goes.
Oh, so it's on the outside of the leg.
Yep.
In the MCL.
It's on the outside.
I was going to say outside ligament, and it's I'll say it's a 2. I'll say it's a 2.
Yeah, I definitely didn't tear it. I don't think I could walk.
Yeah, no. Not well.
I can't walk well
as you can. Not as well as you could immediately after, anyway.
Yeah, like 4 days I was walking without a crutch.
Not immediate, but you get what I'm saying.
No, I don't. No, I'm with you. So There's the knee update, which I thought was better buried 2 hours and 20 minutes into the show because who gives a shit about it. Dude, this was a fucking blast tonight. This is so
It was
good.
fun. Good win, buddy.
Thank you. Everybody, we will see you on the Patreon show this week, patreon.com/KCDCEVW. If you want to see the full top 10, KCDCEVW.com. Fill out your picks this week if you're not a part of the tournament. What are we giving away? $50, $75 this year? Do we know?
We'll start at 50. We'll see how many people.
Because we're trying to fucking save up for the next show. Like you guys get it. So we'll figure it out. And DC, I'll have a song for you on Wednesday. We'll see you
later.